Coaches, Rick Stewart of All Access Coaching. I'm really excited to bring you this free video, and make sure you hit the subscribe and like button down below. It gives us valuable data as far as what coaches want. And also, if I can get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll start doing weekly YouTube clinics for free. And if you hit the like and subscribe button, you'll get notified when we upload new content. We're uploading 3 or 4 videos every week.
I'll go ahead and go here to a diagram. This is out of red against a 3-4. So the backer that's here, we're anticipating that he's really going to be squeezing hard. And the first clip that I'm going to show here next, you'll see that backer is really squeezing hard, and he was giving us problems. So he said, well, let's just run down option to it, and we'll log him instead. The halfback is going to, it's almost like an arc block, like a true, option arc block out of the veer. So he's going to outside release, and then he's got the first backer inside. So he's really got to make sure that backer doesn't scrape over the top of him and make the play. The fullback's taking his down tracks just like he would on 82 down. So he's aiming at the outside leg of the tackle. And he's just going to, after the quarterback fakes, he's just going to bend it around the log and try to find the alley player, whether it be the free safety. If the backer were to scrape over the top faster than the halfback could get there, he's going to pick up the first guy that shows up in the alley. All right. So what ends up happening here, okay, the guard pre-snap is thinking that this is the guy that he's going to log, okay? But how they were playing this was in the state championship in 2018 against Dutch Fork, who's a really good team. They slanted into it. And because he slanted so hard, the tight end ended up picking him up. So the tight end, his rule is going to be gap down linebacker here, okay? But if that guy crosses his face, well, now, he becomes his gap block. So it really worked out well here. All right, quarterback's just a flash fake, and then we end up pitching off the corner, which is really what we want. It makes it easy on us. There's no one out there. You can see the fullback after he gets his fake, he's trying to go outside the log and then find the alley player. So the alley player with the safety coming over the top, it would have been hard for him to get to him. Our running back made a pretty good play here. But you can see our right halfback also does a really good job on the linebacker. This is actually out of 200, but it's the same look because we're running it to the tight end side. All right, I'll let you see it from the back shot here. All right, you can see how we put that corner in conflict. No matter what he does, he's wrong there. I'm going to show you a clip in a minute where they stay outside and the quarterback actually keeps it for a touchdown. All right, it's important for the center. If he's got a head up nose, he's got to be able to reach him right here, which he does. All right, and you guys tell me, this looked like a touchdown to me, but I think they called him out at about the 3. Here's another one. This is from this year. This is the second round of the playoffs against Gaffney, who's a really good team here in South Carolina, if you guys aren't familiar. All right, again, we're running to the tight end side this time. All right, we get good down blocks. All right, this kid here, this end has already signed and enrolled at Georgia. He's a really good player. So we said, well, let's take advantage of him squeezing here and trying to blow up, down and buck sweep, and we'll just end up logging him. All right, so our guard does enough to log him there. It's probably not the best log, but he does enough to get his shoulders turned and log him. You can see the fullback elevating for the safety, and the quarterback ends up pitching off the corner. All right, so again, we're putting that guy in conflict, and it's one less guy that we have to block. You know, get our playmakers out there on the edge in space. Once again, from the back shot here, you can see the quarterback's footwork. He's reversing out, and it's almost like a flash fake here. It's not even a full fake to the fullback. You can see the fullback's even taking his track a little wide here so he can make sure he gets outside. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move on to wing T here. Wing T is, you know, our option, another one of our options that marries up to our traditional, you know, Delaware wing T playbook. It's a great addition to your playbook because it protects guard trap. So if you have a defensive tackle, you know, a 3 technique, a shade, or whatnot that's squeezing really hard and making it hard to trap him, then midline takes advantage of that. If he's squeezing so hard that your guard can't trap him, well, we'll just let him tackle the fullback and we'll let the quarterback pull it. It's also good if the mic is really heavy on the fullback. So if you got a mic that's reading the fullback and he's just flying downhill every time you run guard trap and your tackle can't get to him, then midline is a good answer there because he's going to tackle the fullback and the fullback's not going to have the ball. Again, it gets the ball in the quarterback's hands. If he's a good player, if he's a good athlete, it's going to get it in his hands. And the only difference here is it's going to be between the tackles instead of on the edge. Make the defense play option rules. Again, like I talked about earlier, if they're having to spend time, you know, going over option rules and having a period for that, that's less time they have to stop, you know, your bread and butter stuff that you're going to run a lot. You know, midline's a play where, you know, it's not something where I'm going into the game saying we're going to call this 20 times. You know, it's one, you know, tops maybe 5 or 6 times, I think is the most we've ever called in the game. So again, it's just a good change up, and it's one less defender to block. If you got a defensive tackle that's really good, then you can just read him instead of blocking him. Now, I will say that we had Zach Pickens here in 2018. I don't know if any of you guys know who he is. He plays, he's at South Carolina now. But when we would go against him in practice, we'd try to run midline at him, and he would just tackle both the quarterback and the fullback. But normally, you know, the guy's going to play his technique. If he's really squeezing down and taking away trap there, then we'll just pull it with the quarterback, read him instead of having to block him. All right. This time we shifted the tight end over. So we started in blue, we shifted to right. I'll go to the tight shot for you here. All right, and we're running 43 midline. See, we did this one with no motion. All right, so if we tag it with a no-mo call, then no one's going in motion. All right, you lose your halfback that's coming in to insert. But if you got a team that's keying on motion, slanting the motion, then you can dictate where they slant by not going in motion, usually, especially if you line up quick and run it. All right, so again, this is the first guy past the center. I know I'm reading him. This is the second guy past the center. I know my tackle's blocking out on him. With our new rules, the tight end will block out on the next guy, and the halfback will fold. In this case, all that happens is they change rules here. The halfback or the tight end folds for the linebacker, and the halfback's going to block out. All right, so we get a squeeze. I know it's going to be a pull. My tight end does a good job here of folding. That linebacker's fitting. He knows he's got to get there fast to protect the quarterback. All right, my tackle doesn't do a great job here on his out block because he wants this defender to try to blow up field. If he blows up field right here, then I know I've got him. He's beat. He's not going to be able to make the play. What I can't have happen is him spin or get back inside of me, because now he's in my running lane. All right, so again, quarterback's really good that year, made a good play for us. I got maybe one or two more here to show you. All right, again, we're reading that. We knew he's going to squeeze. That's how he plays. All right, we fold for the linebacker, and you can see the hole for the quarterback here. I mean, it's a really good play, especially if you got an active defense who's, really on the fullback and with motion. It can help you out a lot.
Coaches, I really hope you got some great information from that YouTube video. Again, hit the subscribe and like button down below. It gives us valuable data. And if I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll do free YouTube clinics. And you also get notified when I'm doing those YouTube clinics and when I upload new content to this channel. Thanks for watching, coaches.